Welcome to the Trans-System Tablet training video on the workflow. We are going to cover accepting loads, gathering information on your shipment, the daily workflow activities, and navigation. Although we will show navigations in the workflow where it will be used most often, we will go over functions of the navigation more in the end. Let's step into the workflow. When beginning a new load, this is the first screen you will encounter. The tabs above direct you to the separate sections of the workflow. The first one we need to view is the New Load tab. The first thing you will need to do is to view your new load. Press the tile to begin viewing your load. Before accepting the load, you will need to view what the load is. The stop section shows you where you will be going. We will be leaving from the previous consignee. The shipper's name and address is shown here. We'll be picking up at Nucor Steel in Seattle, Washington. We'll be dropping off at PJ's Rebar in Fremont, California. If we tap on any tile, it will take us directly to that section of the workflow. Let's give it a try. We will see this later on in the video, so let's go back. Next, we should check on the shipment details. You can view any of the stop and shipment information from the shipment details section. If you are a note taker, this is a good place to fill out your notepad. First up is the load number. Further down, we see the mileage for the trip. The load description will show when and where you will stop. Commodity shows what you are hauling and how much. You will need your reference numbers at shippers and consignees. It might be a good idea to write these down. Shipment notes are extremely important. These are specific need-to-know instructions for each load. They change often and need to be reviewed. Press Reviewed. Then press Activate. We have now accepted the trip and it is active in our workflow. Press View. This column of tiles shows the stops you will go to. This column of tiles shows the actions you will take at the stops. As you complete a task, scroll downward to move on to the next task. If you do not complete a task, it will not allow you to move on. The tablet will notify you if you have failed to complete the last task. You must begin with a pre-trip inspection. After completing a pre-trip, fill out the DVIR. Scroll down and enter any missing information in the top. If you have not found any problems after a thorough inspection, press No Defects. Once you have selected No Defects, the menu below will disappear. If you do find something, press this icon next to that category of parts. Next, select where the bad brakes is located and the state of the damage. Now you can send photos of the worn or damaged parts directly to the shop ahead of time. Click the photo icon to add a photo. Put a brief description here. Hit Submit. Check No to show the vehicle can be operated safely. Certify the report is true and hit Submit. You can see that the pre-trip is complete, and now you can hit Submit, then move to the next action at this stop. Now that you have completed your pre-trip at this previous shipper, the column has moved to the next stop. You can use Preview Route to view your route without beginning navigation here. You can use navigation to get to your next shipper by pressing here. The navigation shown has been sped up for displaying the function. This navigation is not associated with this load. We will go over more about the navigation at the end of this video. When you arrive at the shipper or consignee, the tablet will send your arrival automatically. If load references have been attached to your load, view them here. Press here to see the load reference. Load references are helpful documents that display load procedure, company policies, and legal requirements for loads. Here's an example of a load reference. Scroll down for more information. Select the back arrow. Select the back arrow again. It will now show complete and you can move on. If this load was not overdimensional, select No and move on. This load is overdimensional. Select Yes. Check your information, make sure it is correct. If not, call your dispatch. If any freight has been damaged before or during the loading process, do not go anywhere until you have contacted the claims department. Enter if the load is tarped or not. This load is tarped. Select the number of tarps used. You must take a photo of the tarped load after it has been tarped. Your photos appear here. Select Submit. If you have failed to select any required information, the tablet will bring you to the required field. Once you fill in the required field, you can move on. Here is your load information being saved. You have completed the loading workflow. You can navigate directly to your fuel stop. By pressing Submit, you are verifying that you can get fuel at this stop. Do not fill all the way. Fill to the assigned amount of fuel. Once you are finished fueling, press Submit. Press Validate. Then Submit. After completing any remaining fuel stops along the way, you can begin your unloading workflow. If for any reason the arrival is not auto-sent, you can manually send it using your GPS here. Select what you will do with the trailer. Select Yes or No if applicable. Press here to send in your load paperwork. Once you enter the Visor app, you can send your paperwork in instantly and easily. Begin by clicking on the BOL. Then press the Add Page button. Remember to snapshot your paperwork on a dark surface for the best results. Hold the entire page in view of the camera and try to steady yourself as much as possible. It will automatically snap the photocopy. Press Next to save the copy. It will appear in the menu. You can add more pages if needed. Once you are done, press Finish. You can choose another document to scan or press Finish. You have completed turning in your paperwork. Press Submit and you will have finished your unloading workflow. You may be prompted to fill out a survey. If so, please fill it out completely. Press Submit. That completes your load. A new load will be sent by dispatch when there is one available. Next is the navigation instruction. If you are hauling oversized loads, do not use the navigation. When hauling an oversized load, you must follow the route posted on your permits. the navigation app will not be programmed for oversized loads. The new navigation tool we will be using is called Copilot. You will most likely activate the Copilot app through your workflow. You can activate it through the menu on the home page as well. Press the menu button. Swipe left to see the remaining options. Press the Copilot icon. You can also enter the navigation directly from your workflow as shown earlier in this video. You can use navigation to get to your next shipper by pressing here. Most of the aspects of the navigation are similar to any other GPS system. The navigation shown, highlighted in yellow, means caution. You will need to slow down due to traffic or upcoming corners. Blue is where you continue at the posted rate of speed. Red means that traffic is stopped ahead. The arrow represents your tractor. It is shown as a dot when stopped. If you would like, you can change the view to 2D mode using the menu or zoom functions. This shows the distance to your next turn. This shows the distance left in your trip. Estimated time of arrival at the stop.